Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. And I'm not going to give you my views, thoughts, and opinions. We got a great one for you today as we return to CBS, taking a look at Chris Trapasso's mock draft. This is actually the most updated mock draft that I could find because it's post NFL trade deadline. But what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content as always. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, where we have that nice, beautiful draft discourse. And hey, take a look at this sucker. That's right, it's Halloween night that I'm recording this, and I'm Bandit from Bluey. If you're not a dad, then you don't know. And if you are a dad and you don't know, then I don't know what you're doing. But let's go ahead, get into this sucker. Haven't looked at it yet, so I'm very excited. We see some JJ McCarthy. I'm expecting to see him at some point in this draft. But let's get this sucker out. This is even Josh McDaniels getting fired. So wild. The draft order now is determined by current official draft order. So for those wondering, there you go. Let's get into this sucker. The first pick is... it's a trade. So the Giants trade to one. They're not going to tell us the details of the trade, but they trade to one and get Caleb Williams. Dayball rejoices. He's like, man, I'm really struggling at quarterback. Let's go ahead and get my franchise guy. They take a swing for the fences here, and I don't mind it. I like it actually quite a bit. I'm kind of curious. This is originally the Cardinals pick. I'm kind of curious what the draft compensation would be, but I do like seeing the Giants going up and just going, hey, get in their guy. Let's keep moving, as this is the Bears pick via the Panthers. They go Drake Maye, so they still go quarterback regardless of Caleb Williams being off the board. In here it says, unless Fields makes clear-cut strides in the second half of the season, it'll be hard to envision the Bears not selecting a quarterback with one of these first two picks, and I tend to agree with that. I know Bears fans, they're having Mitch Trubisky flashbacks. I think he'll be fine. Not every North Carolina quarterback is Mitch Trubisky. Some of them are Sam Howell. Drake Maye a little bigger though, a little bigger. Then they go Marvin Harrison Jr. So they pair up their franchise quarterback with the franchise weapon. They're gonna have DJ Moore. They're gonna have Marvin Harrison Jr. They could probably make some additions to the offensive line, mainly that interior via free agency, or they could actually do it in the draft. They have Montez Sweat as a pass rusher. Hopefully you could extend Jalen Johnson long term, and suddenly this team feels like they can make a turnaround within a season or two. You're feeling good. You're feeling optimistic. Okay, so this is the Cardinals pick. They go with Latu. So this is where the Giants are originally mocked. I still might go with an offensive player. You go with Latu here. He has the neck injury from a couple of years ago, back to his days as a Washington Husky. So there might be some concern there. But there's no denying how just monstrous of a pass rusher he has been this season. He has been hard to stop. And for the Cardinals, I mean, I imagine now they go into defensive heavy draft. That's kind of what I think will go on here. So it'll be interesting to see what their next pick will be. Pass it up on Olufashanu. I think the Patriots are next. So Patriots are next. They go quarterback instead of offensive line or even wide receiver. The balls, and it's Bo Nix. I know there are a lot of Bo Nix haters out there. They are tainted by the Auburn days of Bo Nix, and I mean, it kind of is what it is. I like Bo Nix. I think I'd be willing to take him in the first round. Top 10 feels a little dicey, but he's basically plug and play, ready to go. You get competition immediately for Mac Jones, but they are going to have to address the tackle position. They are going to have to address the playmakers, add some more spice to that offense. I mean, shoot, Maybe Brian O'Connell has is only there 1 year and they bring back Josh McDaniels. He's on the market now. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. When you sign up using promo code Broshmo at Underdog Fantasy, they will match your first deposit up to $100. Dudes, it's the best place to play weekly best ball or my favorite, higher or lower on the player props. For instance, I got some Thursday night picks. I got Najee Harris lower than 45 rushing yards. I got Jaylen Warren higher than 23 rushing yards. Ooh, that one's going to be fun. Will Levis higher than 200 yards. I think the rookie keeps slinging, and that's why I got Chig Okonkwo higher than 2.5 receptions. He had 4 against the Falcons. Then Deontay Johnson might be the safest bet on here because it seems like he's the only player that Kenny Pickett, or even, I guess, Mitch Trubisky likes to target. I got him higher than 5 receptions. But, as always, please bet responsibly. The Packers luck out in this draft. Somehow, Olu Fashanu falls to them to pick 6. Great. David Bakhtiari, probably not with the squad next year, unfortunately, because of the injuries. Olu would be a prime pick. Even if Olu's not here, Joe Alt's kind of the next guy you consider. So, like, Packers just get lucky and they get their choice between the top 2 tackles in this class. Malik Neighbors going to the Colts. I don't mind it. I like it. I kind of think Rome Odunze might be the better fit. I don't know. It really depends how you feel about Alec Pierce. But like Neighbors, it just gives them such a versatile weapon on all levels of the field. He can create after the catch. You know, I like it just for that. You have a guy that can make guys miss, create after the catch. You have now this very dynamic wide receiver core with your franchise quarterback being Anthony Richardson, which we'll see him next season. So I'm not gonna bash the pick. A lot of people have Malik Neighbors ahead of Rome Odunze. I think I do as well. I can't remember. I'm pretty positive I do though. But my next guy is Keon Coleman. So, And then the Raiders pick 8. They go with the 4th quarterback on the board, and it's JJ McCarthy. No longer do they have Josh McDaniel. They also got rid of Mick Lombardi as the OC. You're gonna get a new coach in there, new head coach, new quarterback. That's typically the formula. So JJ McCarthy comes in to be the franchise guy going forward. I mean, if you want to go with a younger guy, that's fine. How ready is he to start will kind of be the big question. I mean, we will learn more about him as they got Penn State next weekend, then Ohio State later down the road. Those will be kind of the big games that will really tell us, like, okay, is JJ McCarthy a guy worth taking to the top 10, or is he maybe this like outside the top 10, top 15, first round type of quarterback? So, I mean, regardless, like McCarthy's been really good this season. Pick 9's the Denver Broncos. They go Joe Alt. I do think Garrett Bowles is probably out after this season. I think they're going to make some necessary cuts to get a little more cap room because they I mean, shoot, I mean, in this scenario, you're keeping Russell Wilson, right? Got to. I mean, that's the problem with the Broncos picking 9 right now, and he already got 4 quarterbacks off the board, so it's kind of like, what can you do? But the Alt pick's a good pick here. You could also take a Keon Coleman, because I'm not positive Jerry Jeudy or Cortland Sutton will be on this squad after this season. Drazon Newton going to the Rams. I don't hate it. They got Kobe Turner as the rookie there. That's okay. He's shown some flashes, but Drazon Newton, he gets up in there in the rotation, and you get a scary penetrator who is a very good run stuffer. You're just getting Aaron Donald help, and I think that's important. Okay, Washington Commanders. We'll go with Brock Bowers. He falls to 11. I think he's a top 10 pick. I'm sure that Eric Bieniemy, if he's still with the squad after this season, which I imagine they'll try to make. They'll try to move Riverboat Ron and make it so, okay, no, Bieniemy, you're going to be with us. You're going to be with us. Don't fret. I don't think they'll make him a head coach, but I think they'll keep him as OC, similar to what the Colts did last season with Gus Bradley as their DC. So Brock Bowers is a great weapon. Get what you hope to be anything close to a Travis Kelce for Sam Howell. So Rome Odunze, okay, going to the Cardinals here. I don't think they have to go wide receiver. I don't think they have to go offense. Preferably, I think going defense would, like, doubling up on defense would be nice. But Rome Odunze, really good receiver here. Surprised, Coleman's still on the board and they don't go with him, but they get a big-bodied vertical monster. Great combination of length, size, and speed. So that offense, man, looking good for Kyler Murray. Looking good. Pick 13, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, Keon Coleman, you almost got to. Mike Evans is a free agent after this season. Keon Coleman will be a phenomenal replacement for that. I assume now, Baker, he's going to be your guy moving forward. It's just a great pickup. Great pickup. I imagine he would have gone a little bit, or should have gone a little bit earlier, but he's currently for CBS or for Trapasso. He is wide receiver 13. He's got him 16th on his prospect ranking. Interesting. The Chargers will go with Leonard Taylor. Ooh, very gifted. It's just kind of a lot of projections done because Miami doesn't really put him on the field for apparent run plays. So, like, he's kind of a mystery there. Not necessarily mystery, but there's a lot more projection involved. But you know what you're getting in terms of penetrator. I think he has the best win rate of any defensive interior in this class. I'm a huge fan. I mean, you want to get better defensively. Hopefully you get Brandon Staley out of there and you get a defensive-minded coach that actually knows what he's doing. Not to say Staley doesn't. It's just you haven't been good. Like, you're a defensive-minded head coach, and your defense just hasn't been good since you've been there. And it's not like they haven't poured in funds for sneaking Staley. That's the thing. So I'm kind of hoping there's a new head coach, new DC there. But Leonard Taylor's interesting here at 14. Tennessee is going to take Chop Robinson, so they had more pass rush. I think with no corner off the board yet, that's where you're going to take the swing of the bat. You saw all the wide receivers kind of go. You can make a case taking the next tier of offensive linemen here, but I really, really like the idea of a corner, like Kool-Aid McKinstry, whoever the heck you have as corner one in this class, because Sean Murphy-Bunting is a free agent after the season. Christian Bolton can't stay healthy. Roger McCreary's been playing more in the slot. So go and get more cornerback help. Keep taking swings of the bat until you get the position right. It's probably the most volatile position in the NFL. So just keep adding depth and talent to the corner position. Chop Robinson, he is hurt. Don't know when he'll return, but he's twitched up. He's going to test out phenomenally. All right, we got the Saints here taking Kool-Aid McKinstry. Very interesting pick. They got Paulson and Debo. They got Lante Taylor, who's kind of been very fluent, very versatile. They've been moving him all over the place. Maybe a Debo, you look to maybe trade to get something because Debo's not bad. He's been very good for them. So grabbing more cornerback depth. I mean, the Saints are kind of a tough team to project for right now in this draft because their defense is so solid, but like, what are you going to do like offensively outside of quarterback? Maybe tackle, but I mean, that kind of like signifies maybe you're giving up on Trevor Penning. Keep in mind, Trevor Penning, he essentially redshirted his rookie season, so this is his first year as a starter. But Kool-Aid's an interesting pick. It's good value. Listen, I know you love the NFL draft as much as I do, and you're going to want a nice hefty watch list of players during this college football season. Well, go ahead, check out my draft guide. You can purchase it for only 30 bucks by Venmoing or PayPaling me. Links in the description. It's a one-time payment and you get it for this whole draft cycle and forever and always. Technically, it's a Google spreadsheet. So send me your email when you send the payment. I'll get you hooked up. You will see my current prospect rankings and big board, my full evals. And guess what? It updates throughout the whole draft cycle. So it's a great purchase and it's a great way to support the channel. The Jets are going to take Telenise Uaga. I love this pick. He fits what Robert Saleh loves. Joe Douglas loves drafting him, some players from the trenches. The offensive line is kind of the obvious area to go for the New York Jets. I mean, you're getting more protection for Aaron Rodgers next season. Elijah Vera Tucker's very flexible. You can move him left tackle. You can play, or you can keep him at guard. This just gives you a lot more versatility, what you can do along that offensive line. Pick 18. It's gonna be Graham Barton to the Bengals. Ooh, this is interesting. Bengals go with a prudent selection to grab Barton, a guard tackle prospect with a high floor. Fun fact, he could also play center. It was actually, I think I can't recall if he was recruited as a guard and played center his freshman season, or if he was recruited as a center, played center his freshman season, and then moved to tackle. But he's got that guard flexibility because he might have suspect length. Regardless, you're just getting more help on the offensive line to protect Joe Burrow, and I think that's a-okay. I think that's fine. This is a little high for me when it comes to Barton, but I think it's all right. The Atlanta Falcons go with Chris Jenkins. Grady Jarrett just went down with an injury, but he'll be back next year. You have Animata. Well, wait, yeah. No, he's with the squad, right? Okay, he is with the squad. Part of me wanted to say the Saints, and I knew that was wrong. I don't know why I was thinking that. But I mean, Chris Jenkins, it's just not a sexy pick. I'd be willing to go Michael Penix. Take a shot. Try to get your offense feels like it's there. Take a shot on a quarterback. Desmond Ridder doesn't feel like the long-term answer. Taylor Heineke ain't the long-term answer. Take a shot at quarterback, man. I would. Whether that's Shedeur, whether that's Michael Penix, take a shot at one of those guys. Pick 20. The Minnesota Vikings, they take Michael Penix Jr. He comes right off the board. I'm kind of curious how the NFL will view Penix. I think the guy's got a big arm. Yeah, there's some things mechanically he can work on, but I mean, all in all, he's ready, plug and play, fine. He's a guy that goes through the progressions, that can make adjustments at the line, knows good at recognizing when and where pressure is coming from, and he's just kind of ready to start in the NFL today. I think the Vikings would love it if it fell this way, that they didn't have to trade up to go ahead and get a quarterback, I don't know, maybe the Vikings bring back Kirk Cousins. Maybe. I know Vikings fans. I don't know if Vikings fans want to hear that. But I mean, the thing with that is then you continue to be expensive at the quarterback position and you can't build your team. You kind of hoping that some of the rookies on your squad or the second or third year players that are more inexperienced take those next steps up. Pittsburgh Steelers, they go J.C. Latham. Interesting one. I like this. You're going to play him at right tackle. You got Broderick Jones for the future. Just go ahead and get off of Dan Moore and Okorafor. I think corner is still a very plausible area to go. But I mean, if Latham is your top guy, is the top guy on your board, then yeah, go for it. I think that's fun. I think that's a-okay. The Houston Texans are going to go with Jared Verse. Now, Jonathan Grenard, man, has really showed up last couple of weeks, man. He has been, him and Will Anderson are scary. But with Jared Verse, D'Amico Ryans, you know, he loves having a deep defensive line. Get these guys rotating in and out. You get a freak like Verse, and I think you're feeling A-okay. You could go Emeka Ibuka. Yeah, you could reunite him with Stroud, but I think Verse is fine. Verse I have much higher, so this is actually really good value, in my opinion. And I mean, if you don't want to go too far away from your board, you just kind of want to go with your top prospect. I think that's A-okay, because that's what the draft is. Draft is just trying to get good players. Go ahead, fill your needs in free agency, but when you get to the draft, you fill those needs in free agency so you can just go take really good players for your team. San Francisco 49ers take Kalen Keene. The defense has been a little squishy last couple of games. Part of that is the secondary. I do think they could upgrade the cornerback too. Currently, they got Diamador Lenoir playing there, and he's fine, but I think it's kind of the Levi Wallace situation where it's like, yeah, he's a good corner, but I don't want him to be my corner too. Rather him kind of be there in the depth. Kalen Keene allows you to do that. So good pick. They did just acquire Chase Young too. So defense continues to get and stay scary. The Buffalo Bills with pick 24 take freaking Cameron Kitchens, dude. Love Kitchens, man. Really, really do. The year hasn't been exactly ideal, but you see the range with him. Yeah, he's given up maybe a big play here or there. He did deal with the injury early in the year, but for the most part, man, you look at him and you're like, you just can't teach the type of athlete he is. You can't teach the nose for the football that he has. And I mean, you're old there with Hoyer and Hyde. They're still playing quality, but I mean, you probably look and be like, oh yeah, we could probably get better at this position while getting maybe off those contracts. Pick 25, Seattle Seahawks take Barrett Carter. I do not think there is a linebacker worth taking in the first round here. There, I said it. I don't think there's a linebacker worth taking in the first round. Barrett Carter, I get it. He's got a lot of traits, but I'd rather just bring back Bobby Wagner. You have Jordan Brooks there. You want to find a linebacker you could develop, you could do that maybe day 2. You could even do it day 3. I just don't think the first round is the place to do it. Pick 26 is the Dallas Cowboys. It's Nate Wiggins. I like the idea of the Cowboys going corner. Like, Stephon Gilmore can't play forever, allegedly. You do get Trevon Diggs back. Deron Bland, though, has looked really good on the outside. He has 3 pick sixes this season. So now that I said I'd like the Cowboys going corner, maybe you wait and maybe you start to look for another slot and just keep Bland on the outside. Ooh. Can you imagine taking like a Bullard from Georgia, or a who's the cat from Texas? Jade. Can't remember, but he's been really solid. Maybe you do that. Ooh. Oh, okay. Let's talk about what else can you go here. You could go tackle. You go with that next group. Oh shoot, Armarius Mims is still on the board. I mean, sure, he's a right tackle, but I mean, or at least he's played right tackle only. But you could develop him to play left. I think that's fine. So I think Armarius Mims, at least that's where the value is right now. All right, let's keep going. We got pick 27. It's the Jags. They take Dallas Turner. I get it. Get more pass rush. Defense has been really good. Josh Allen's been amazing. Re-sign that man, because outside of him, you're like, where's the pass rush coming from? Dallas Turner kind of helps with that. Dallas Turner could go much higher. It's really going to depend on how teams see and view his size. Pick 28 is the Baltimore Ravens. They go Xavier Leggett. Let's go, man. Oh, I love Xavier Leggett. I don't know if I take him in the first round just yet. I'm kind of curious to see what his testing numbers will be. I'm sure they're going to be phenomenal, but you're dealing with a guy that potentially has rare size and speed for the position. He has been just marvelous for a very bad South Carolina team this year. And man, he would give this squad something different. He would give this receiving for something very different. And I like it. Detroit Lions take Tyler Nubbin. Ooh, the Lions have fun players at safety, but why not add more? Well, I mean, if he's a top player on your board, sure, but I mean, I think you want to dip in the corner class. Corner class is just kind of sitting here. I think Nate Wiggins went to the Cowboys. You got Cooper DeJean. Is he a scheme fit? I mean, I think athletically and physically you can make it work. But no, he's playing for a very zone heavy team with Iowa. You could look at like Denzel Burke, Kamari Lassiter. I don't think safety is the spot to go. I mean, unless you're just saying Tracy Walker, ta-ta, bye-bye. Keep Brian Branch in the slot. I mean, it's plausible you can do that. Have Kirby Joseph and Tyler Nubbin be like your safety duo going forward. The Miami Dolphins take Jordan Morgan. I'm okay with this. This or Kingsley Simatea. I just want offensive line help. I'm going to be honest. Just give the Dolphins offensive line help. Terron Armstead can't stay healthy. He's never been healthy for a full season in his whole career. He could be a cap casualty after this season. The Dolphins, they need more bodies on the offensive line. Morgan would help out with that, whether he is a tackle or a guard. Some people are going to be maybe turned off by his length. I'm kind of curious what he will measure out at. I imagine, man, he hits that 33 threshold and people are going to be like, yeah, no, I don't care. Good movement skills, power in the frame. We'll take them. Pick 31's the Chiefs. They go with Xavier Worthy. Speed kills. They're going to go with speed here. All right, that's fine. Worthy to me is more of a second round option just because the ball skills are just, they come and they go with Worthy, which I'm sure Chiefs fans don't want to hear that. They've already struggled with all of their playmakers struggling with their ball skills. So, like, I don't think Worthy would be that pick for me here. I'd rather go with like AD Mitchell, maybe Troy Franklin. Those probably be the guys there. Sure, you can even make a case for, if we're digging deep, let's go Brian Thomas. But where else do you go if you're the Chiefs? Tackle? I think it's tackle. Armarius Mims is still on the board, man. That's a great pick. All right, Braylon Trice going to the Eagles. I think I just did this in my mock draft, and I like it. I mean, Brandon Graham is long in the tooth. You're gonna have to eventually find a replacement for him. I mean, yeah, like Graham's role has been minimized this year, and they've really relied on Josh Sweat, who has been wonderful. But I mean, you could always make the trenches a little bit deeper. I don't think they'd have anything wrong with that. I think they would like that. I think they would enjoy that. Oh, D-Hop didn't practice today. Interesting. But that's it for the video, man. That's the mock draft. Let me know what you think of this CBS mock draft that is fresh after the NFL trade deadline. But go ahead, do the YouTube thing. And as always, till next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.